Welcome guys to UrGamingTechie's VR show, a show where we look at PC VR, PSVR, and mobile VR, so you guys don't have to waste your time and money. And today, we're looking at a game called Shadowpoint. Now this is from CodeSync, a really popular developer out there that has made some great games on the Oculus Go as well, and this is their first game on the Oculus Quest, a VR puzzle story-driven game. Let's go ahead and see if it's any good.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with Shadowpoint on the Oculus Quest. I'm really looking forward to diving into this game with you guys. I have not played this game yet. We're starting this from the beginning so you guys get a taste of what the gameplay is like in the very beginning of the game and how this game plays. We're going to take a look at it together. Here we are with our virtual hands. As you can see, I'm already liking the graphic style, even in this main menu. This looks real nice in here already. But let's go ahead and start the game up. Let's go ahead and see what we're in for. Alright.
Look around. Find your feet.
Yep.
Turn left and right. Move around.
Alright, so once I'm going to hold B.
Use the lever. Pull the chain.
Got it.
Turn the wheel. Pick up the ball to add it to your backpack. Place the ball on the plinth. Open your backpack. Retrieve the ball. It's time to leave.
It's time to go. For more information on how to play, look for the symbol on the pause menu. Alternatively, you can replay the tutorial at any time from the Shadowpoint. And continue. Alright, here we are in the environment. Let's see. So this is where we are. We are at the cable car station. This is apparently the map, Shadowpoint Observatory. Different years on this map. We got somebody missing. And we got this book here. Let's check out what this does.
Lorna McCabe vanished on June 25th, 1996, the day the tremors began. I assumed she fell into the ravine and the mountain would collapse and bury her. During my month at the summit, I discovered two things. Shadowpoint Observatory doesn't merely view the heavens, and Lorna McCabe is still alive.
Alright, here we got an ID. Alex, student ID. eviction notice. And its front door just opened. Notice to vacate August 20th. Alright. Oops, that's not the button I want. Now notice that you can use teleport in here if you want to for comfort settings, or you could just walk. I'm trying out both at the same time, just to see how they work.
It was a tragedy. Let's make sure it never happens again.
Never been tempted to go it alone? Right up there to find out?
Every day. What's wrong?
It's jammed.
We're not supposed to actually let them out, are we? No. Alright. Let's see what we got. We got a lever.
You hear that?
Inside! It's running! Alex! Alex Burkett! Open the door! Your parents are scared out of their minds! Look around and find something. Alex, please! Open the door! We're not going to hurt you. Come on!
We're getting out of here because I'm pretty sure that we don't have to be here with them. Okay, we're out.
No, Alex! Stay right where you are. Do not move.
It's moving!
No! Alex! You don't know what's up there! You don't know what's up there!
I'll find out. I'm really liking the graphic style of this so far. And being in this minecart we have going
Gerald
on here.
Edgar Mansfield, July 1996. Last month, 32 students visited Shadow Point Observatory. There was an earthquake, then a head count. A 12-year-old girl was missing, Lorna McCabe. The police combed the mountain and the town swept the valley. No satchel, no body, no trace. When the second tremor hit, they abandoned the search. But the town needed answers. So did her family. Edinburgh Geotech ordered a survey for someone to spend a week alone at the edge of the world. They wanted measurements, good press, and an explanation. I never told them what I found.
Interesting. Shadow Point, ladies and gentlemen.
The night sky, majestic, mysterious. For eons, mankind has sought wisdom among the stars. We look to the constellations to navigate, chart our history, and divine our future, to understand our place in eternity. In 1985, Herman Fleming founded the highest astronomical observatory in Scotland. Welcome to your gateway to the heavens. Welcome to Shadow.
We have arrived. Let's go and check out what we have. You're here. We have left the cable station. We are now inside Shadow Point. Let's go ahead
The
and see.
initial seismogram only raised more questions. Gravity shifted between rooms, drawn to some intangible point. Behind every door, another spatial fragment. I examined the lobby using a waveform generator. With the right frequency, the fragment could be agitated, transformed, torn open.
Let's see what we got.
Through the impossible window, I heard birds, the rustle of leaves, then a voice, and for the first time I knew she was alive, and
Oh, look
she
at
was
this.
waiting.
It's really cool how they open the door to the next room. Really nice style of graphics in here too. Very impressed with what the graphics look like here on the Quest. Alright, so here we go with the... Okay, so we have to twist that.
The
to shape.
shadows are reminders of who she used to be and the games she played with her sister. They're both a barrier and a beacon, memories guiding the way.
Here's the ball. A ball. So you can see you have to place, there's a light here, and you can see a ball in that picture, so I'm assuming we have to do something like this. That's just going to make it bigger.
They're an elaborate gateway, a lock with the most unusual key, an eclipse.
We almost got it. I think I'm too close. Hold on. There we go. Whoa. Okay.
Someone's here. We've let in.
I don't know where that voice just came from. It sounded like it came from above us.
See down there. It's too dark. Oh, these stupid
I'll wait up there.
drakes.
Let's take a look here.
I know I'm in charge. You should hide or tidy yourself up. I'll wait. We'll both wait. It'll be fine. Right?
Almost. They really want this thing to be like exact. There we go. Okay. All right. I love how they do this, like where you're entering another room like this. It just looks like you're entering in like a portal world. It's really cool. What is this?
Halt! You stand before Lorna, sovereign queen of all Illyria. And you? Wait. Come over here.
So here it is.
Oh, ignore this. I'm the queen. Surprise! I figured since no one else was around. Where Where did you go? I looked for days. I'm sorry about last time for, you know, screaming in your face. Forget it. You hungry? I'll get some fruit. Don't leave again, okay? Stay right there. This is amazing! You could be the royal vizier. Ah, someone finally. Yes.
Oh, we got something back here.
Stick around. I'll be a few minutes. I hope you like mango.
Okay, so we got like a head here. There's got to be objects around here.
How do you like the garden? I used to make shadow puppets in my sister's door. The murals are just like the
You know what?
garden
Is
in
that
my
backpack
own.
stuff still with us?
I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
yet.
Okay. Alright, so let's start here. I didn't realize that they stayed in your backpack. I thought when they were used, they were gone. So this obviously wants both. But we need to switch hands here.
Sure. Oh, I didn't know I wanted. I must have been something. Did you get here through another gateway? All the ones I found lead straight back to here. Like it's where I'm supposed to be.
Now,
I bet you're going crazy back there. How old is he? Did you see my cat? Did you tell that I'm okay?
okay, we can't use that.
I feel bad for my cat.
What is this?
Everyone was scared.
Are you supposed to put the ball in here? Nope.
Before the night.
Maybe you're supposed to put the ball in here? Nope, that's definitely not it.
Can you get a message to Zoe? Can you tell her I miss her? I'm doing great, but I miss her.
Unless if you can pick up this crown. No, it goes black as soon as you try picking it up, so it's not that. And this is a hairpiece.
I haven't picked anything yet. There's a whole kitchen.
This is a head.
It's easy to find. It's weird.
This isn't gonna work with my head, is it?
Henry, don't eat. Now I can start over. I'll be a few minutes.
Doesn't look like this is gonna do anything without something in place of it. Don't think. Is this going? Oh, you put something here to get this to shape. Okay. Now we got it. But this needs to be a lot bigger for this to work. The bottom is good, but how am I? Oh, duh. You moved back. There we go. Okay, we got that one taken care of. This one seems a little tricky. How am I supposed to get that shape out of this? work. There's not anything else around, is there? Nothing came out here. Oh, there's other rooms. No. Now this makes sense. I don't know what this just did, but... What is this actually doing? Oh, it's turning light? Yep. Wait. Yeah, it's turning the light on. Okay. So we got that one figured out. So I'm assuming if we go here, we can take this out of the backpack. Now that the light is shining. There we go. Okay, and it looks like, does that mean that there's another room over there? Even though we just came in from here? We didn't actually go into this room. If we were supposed to, we never did. I don't know if we're supposed to do something in here. Not like there's any light coming on here or anything. They're just telling me to go over here. I'm pretty sure if you walk to this door. I can't get a hairpiece from anything of the objects that I have in my hands right now. It's just not possible. Oh, wait. Here we go. Supposed to actually do something with this? Yeah, you must have, because I can't get back out, I don't think. Oh, I can't get back out. So there's got to be something we got to do. All we got is the ball, so there's no other option to do anything else. Oh. You don't throw these in there, do you? Terrible throw if you do have to throw it. Maybe you do have to throw it. Or do you just light... Wait. You just have to light it up? taken.
There are 8 fragments at Shadow Point, 8 windows into her world. The day she vanished, Lorna was last seen outside the planetarium, heading to the basement.
Do you not want us to get up? Outside. Does it want us to take this ball out again? No. It just can't even touch anything. So maybe it does want us to walk out. Those are the 8 fragments of her world. So obviously we need to collect
began
them first.
here.
Yeah, here we go.
A gateway from the cellar to the stars. And when Lorna entered, it shattered, scattering fragments, constellations throughout the peak. I will return to the basement at the end, once the constellations are found and the malign gateway of Shadow Point is finally restored.
Alright, so I think this is a good place to leave the story at. I think it gives you guys a familiar feeling of what this game is like, and it's a good place to pause. And I'm going to obviously continue playing this game and finish the game off here and see what this game's about, see where the story goes, but I will leave the rest of it for you guys to experience for yourselves. So let's go ahead and get to the table now and discuss what we think about this game and if it's worth our time. Alright guys, so that was Shadow Point on the Oculus Quest, a story-driven puzzle game, as you guys can see from the gameplay that we just ran. So let's talk about the story itself first. So the story, first of all, the game runs about 5 hours. Give or take 4 to 5 hours is going to take you to actually complete the story. And the story is obviously, it's being narrated, as you guys heard, if you guys recognize his voice, by Patrick Stewart, the guy from like American Dad and Ted and stuff like that, is the guy narrating. So he does a great job at narrating the story, as you guys heard in the gameplay there, and proceeding you through the rooms and all that stuff. And the story obviously is you going, trying to find the girl who's been lost for 12 years. And the observatory is, how you go through and try to find her and see what happened to her and all and stuff like that. And he obviously narrates you through it and does a really good job at it. There is 7 different areas that you can explore in this game. You guys obviously saw the first one. There's actually a lot of replay value in the story because in each one of these sections there's actually a moon that you can find, which is basically like a harder puzzle in the game that you can find in there. And if you complete that, then you unlock another area when you go back to the observatory. So something to keep in mind, that there is a little bit of replay value after the story ends and you complete it in the 4 to 5 hours. You can go back and go to those to each area to get the moon challenges, and then unlock another area to do a few more puzzles. The puzzles for me, as a person who's really bad at puzzle games, I didn't really have too much of an issue. As you guys saw, even in the beginning there, it took me a couple seconds to figure out what was going on, but it never reached the point of, being crazy hard where I was like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore, which some puzzle games tend to do to me because I'm not very good at them. But this one, maybe at like the halfway point or something like that, is when the puzzles started to become a little bit harder than what they were with the first half of what you guys saw. But even then, it's still something you could figure out. You look at it for a couple of seconds, you start manipulating objects, and you figure it out. Obviously, the core gameplay here is you're using the light and shadow to manipulate objects in the real world, the real world as in the game world, and messing with the shadows and the light to try and manipulate the picture that it's showing to go and progress through the story and progress to different areas of the world. So that is obviously the idea behind the game of what you're trying to do. The graphics, as far as the graphics in this game, I think they did a stellar job on the Oculus Quest. You really feel like you're in this world, and the story that's capturing you to find this girl, it's been missing for 12 years, and the way that the narrator goes through and all that stuff, and the observatory, and how each of those portals, like you guys saw a little bit of the portals that opened up to go through each room. I love how that looks when you're standing in one room and the portal opens up. You definitely get that vibe like you're stepping into another dimension. It's just really cool how that affects the game. And the graphics itself are really good. I like the way that the style of the graphics are. The style fits perfectly on the Quest, and there's some places that it even looks really, really good. That introductory scene that you guys saw all in white, I love the way that looked. And as soon as you went into the world and you were traveling up to the observatory and that little cart that took you up there, all that stuff was really cool and really well done. And from start to finish, the story was engaging. It kept you interested to find out what was going on with this girl, what happened to her, and where she's been, and all that kind of thing, which I'm obviously not going to spoil for you guys. You guys got a little bit of a glimpse on how the story started with our gameplay here. And I think this is a solid title on the Oculus Quest. I think this is, obviously it's an exclusive on the Oculus Quest that came out specifically when the Quest actually came out. But I think they did a solid job with it. I think everybody who owns a Quest is going to be really happy with this purchase. And I think this is obviously from CodeSync, the people who made the game on the Oculus Go, that I can't think of the name right now. That's a bunch of mini games and stuff like that. So CodeSync is already a well-known developer out there when they released that game on the Oculus Go, and now releasing this game on the Quest as well. It's a really fun title to actually play, and I'm really looking forward. I believe this game's also coming out on the Rift, on the PC side, if it's not already. And now I can't remember if it's actually on the Rift already or it's coming soon. But I didn't get a chance to play it on there. I wanted to try it on the Quest and experience how it would be, with having no wires and stuff like that. So if it is in the Quest, I'll make a note right here letting you know that it is on the not on the Quest, on the Rift S, so you guys know this as well, that it's available on there as well. Which obviously I'm assuming the graphics will look a little bit better on here, but at no point did I think this game didn't look good when I was playing it. And manipulating the objects in space and stuff like that was a really cool thing, something that I haven't played before, and obviously in a VR game as far as puzzles go. And I like how they were messing with the light and shadows and how you actually solve the puzzles. The only negative thing that I would probably think of in this game, I think the length of it is fine, 4 to 5 hours to beat the main story, and like I talked about, the additional things that you could find. The only thing that that you're used to doing in other VR games that you can't really do in this game is when you're going into each room and you're going through and you're looking and exploring in the room that you're in. As you guys saw a little bit before, I was trying to grab a lot of the objects. Well, you can't grab 95% of the objects in a room. It's not like a game that you technically can explore and manipulate all these objects and all this kind of thing that are in the room. It's not really that. It's more of a game that's leading you towards, solving the puzzle and progressing the story forward through a linear path. As far as exploration goes, there isn't much of that as far as exploration goes. You're really just here for, the gameplay of the puzzle solving and the actual story that's being told here. Both of which I think are really fun, especially for VR newcomers to get into this style of puzzle solving in VR and stuff like that, and how cool it is and manipulating objects. I think they did a solid job with that, and the story is interesting enough to keep you engaged and keep going forward. And guys, I think that is everything I wanted to say about this game. Thanks to CodeSync here for making this game for us on the Oculus Quest. I had a lot of fun playing it. And if you guys have any questions about anything you guys saw in today's video, or any questions about this game at all, of course, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
UrGamingTechie is the gaming tech. UrGamingTechie, gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. UrGamingTechie is the gaming tech. UrGamingTechie.